Hello. Welcome in Red. Hello Pix. Hello Yahuzu. And hello Larry. Welcome in, guys. I don't know if the game is loud. New games, new emulators. Jesus. One day I'll work this out. One day I'll know what what sound mixing actually means. Not today though. Absolutely not today. Let's down a little bit more. Hello. Why Gundam? Because I have probably collectively spent more money on Gundam kits than I have on underwear over the course of my entire life, and I'm not joking. But no, this is also like this is, yes, it's Gundam, but not as you know it, because this is it's a Gundam like game, but it's not like your typical space opera lasers and shit. It's like, this is the closest thing to a Digimon World style game you'll get under the Gundam franchise. And here's the secret bit. Here's the bit that I won't tell other people. It's another Bandai property. Especially Bamco. I know this one here is like way before Bamco, it's like PS2 era. But you know, I can further expand. I don't see no Gundam in this title. There is lots of Gundams. MS, Mobile Suit, Saga, and New Dawn is My Sunrise. This is a Gundam title. Hi, hello Craft, welcome everybody. This is part of the Gundam franchise. You can literally see here. Where's my helper? There he is. Look, you see this here. I just got done hating myself with League. Well, you would play League. Hating yourself and League is like they're like butter and bread. There's a Gundam. You can see him. He's hiding right here. It was this Ozoids, to be honest, today. And luckily enough, I did a little bit of research. And I found that the PCXX2 emulator has just had a massive power boost. Well, at least it recently did, because I just found it today. Or yesterday. Basically, I knew the guy who'd made Duck Station was working on the PS2 emulator. I didn't realize it was ready. So this has been back to dinner called Stone Soup. Have fun. This has been upgraded. This is running the same enhancements that Duck Station has for PS1 games. So I'm running this at 1080p when it's a PS2 game, and it does look loads better. And it's so nice to see someone putting this effort in. Even though I thought Slesnek was done with emulating because of the shit with the retro station, I'm glad he stuck around and he's bringing the PS2 back to life in emulation, because the PCXX2 hasn't moved in development for like almost a decade. So I'm glad we have this. Now this is a partially voiced Japanese style RPG, so it's gonna be odd. It's gonna be cringe. We'll probably see some hear some voice acts we recognise, but I'm all for it. I also have never played this game. My buddy Luna Oatmeal, he recommended this game to me. Luna is the guy who did my Summon like official art stuff. He said that basically because he thinks this is very similar to World 2, so we'll find out. So this is going to be a new experience for me. I did play a very, very little bit of it to kind of get the gist and see how the game runs. So I'm excited, in a weird way, to play something like this. But we'll see. I don't... Like, a bit of me wants to be the Digimon guy. But also a bit of me doesn't want to be restricted to being the Digimon guy. If you catch my collective drift... I have 6 tires, they all drift at once. Can I just move myself slightly? That's better. I'm now facing up a little more. But anyway, on with the show. Enter the name for the main character, Tristan. I'm going to keep this as Tristan because it's like OG. Your hazard feeling digital today. Always, mate. Always. Welcome in. Iconic shadows. I appreciate you stopping by. Hope you're doing good. Let me know if the game volume is too loud, guys, because I say new emulator, new sound mixing. Let me know. And obviously not the crashing you can hear in the background. That's just other things. I got Nijimon Durandramon and Sakuyamon yesterday. Call me hardly pigeonhole. I really hope you guys enjoy this one. I think I will. I'm gonna leave it as Tristan. Also, Luna, you should see how this game looks with the. I've got this upscaled by 3 to 1080p. It looks so fucking smooth. Like, you'll notice when we start into the first battle, you'll see. Also, hello, Luna. Thanks for popping in, mate. But no, I'm a huge fan of Gundam. I'm not as well versed in Gundam as I am in Digimon. If you can consider me versed in Digimon at all. This is so like JRPG of the. Ooh, well, don't do that. Also, I need to see whether I can run this emulator and stream it with my toys. It's taken a while for me to get used to the SD Gundam style. I don't really buy the SD kits because I don't like them. I prefer like the MGs and the HGs. But I'm willing to, you know, bring down my shields and appreciate different varieties of the Gundams. Plus, it looks like Bandai's going in hard on the SD series. Oh shit. There's a chick with tits and a Q-Pow who has the Burning Gundam. I'm fucking sold. I didn't even notice that. Oh, you got Zeta. Cool. It's the goof. Y'all done goofed. Oh, Cubi's in this. The Raspberry Ripple flavoured wasp. That's good. And the fucking Zeong. Oh. Oh, is she a bad guy? Oh no. Oh, Chris is having fun with this. This is where our fight begins. Well, okay, never mind. Something about Black Mirror. Had to try Robo Wars 30. You see, I've seen Super Robo Wars 30, and unfortunately I don't know 85% of the game content, and the gameplay itself is a little bit tacticsy for my input. Oh man, look at this upscaling. This upscaling is so pretty. I love how they make a big deal out of a fucking GM. Look at him. Gundam. Yo, Zilla. How you doing, buddy? You'll never guess what they've done, Zilla. You'll never guess what the Mad Lads did. This is something. So this is a mobile suit? Wow, that's cool. I wasn't expecting that. Good. He's small. Yeah, the G system's really something. I love the gyms. Mario Street Saga, new Saga. Who the fuck's Mario? Does this mean we're really going after them? I know his voice already. That's why we made this. I recognize this blonde kid's voice. I'm with you. What do the Mad Lads do? Well, you know how I'm always fucking blowing smoke up Duck Station's arse about its enhancements and its upscaling? And how Duck Station is the best thing to happen to the PlayStation 1 since the PlayStation 1. Well, the guy who did that for PS1 has done that for PS2. So this here is upscaled to 1080p because the mad lad who made Duck Station basically took over the PS2 emulator and it's like he's made it good. So I'm looking forward to digging up all my old fucking PS2 games like Gungrave and upscaling them to 1080p, and yeah, we're gonna have some fun. But nothing. I reckon at Duck Station 2, Electric Boogaloo, I can shoot maximum at 1080p. You can.
Guess who got a new PS5? Then the dad came back with the milk. Well, I at least have one of those. Sag.
Oh, Biku, why are you so quiet? Why is Biko so quiet? Hello, K-Ducks. Welcome in. Thank you for that. That was funny. Holy shit, this emulator is fucking loud. Give me a sec. This emulator's so loud. I could play Yakuza 1 and 2 original releases. You can. Thank you, I tried. You did. And I appreciate that. Use less analog stick to move the mobile suit. The further you push the analog stick, the faster the mobile suit will move. I don't think that works in this, because I'm using a 360 pad, which is USB thingied, so I don't think it senses the partial tilt. Yo, TK, so it just goes... Oh, it does. It kind of does, I think. Look at him go. Look at him go. Let's do some laps. Let's get some cardio in. Chibi Gundam. Yeah, I was kind of saying how I don't know how I feel about SD Gundams, but at the moment it looks like Bandai loves them. So it's a case of like nut up, or you can play DD4 1080p. You already can. Dolphin already does that. Oh crap. Hello. Yo, JBabyD, hello. Welcome in. Welcome, thank you for the raid. Japes, that's a big one. That's a big one. Hello. Hello, JBabyD. JD, hello. Give a quick shout out. Thank you for the raid, I appreciate that. JBabyD, hello. Why do I think Kiri had something to do with this? Kiri is such a gem. He's such a sweet. Yo, Shadow Elf. Thank you for all of it. I appreciate it. He did. Kiri is such a nice guy. I don't know why that's not playing music or noise. Ah. Okay, that's just not playing noise. I have no idea why. I'm sorry. Yo, JPB, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, we did get some noise there. I think this game is just really loud. B1B. Thank you for the raid, I appreciate it. Oddly enough, this is the first time I've played something not digital. Epion, are you okay? Epion, are you okay? This is the first time I've not played Digimon in literal months, and yeah, I appreciate it. It has it on a scale of 1 to 10. How's Lilith Mommy Lorinda? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh lord. I think this game is just super loud. Holy moly. Kieran nothing to it, that's all. I imagine he didn't. It was pure luck. What is Epion doing? I'm gonna have to shift Epion because he's having an issue. Come here. No, not you. Not you. There we go. Go over there and do that. Pure coincidence. Well, welcome in, guys. I appreciate it. My name's Digital Hazard. I do lots of Digimon things normally. Shadow Elf, the train thing refers to the V-Pet, so let me hatch him first, so we can get an idea of what that does. The V-Pet above me is my old Digimon OC that I've sort of brought into streaming. Nice eyes. He's got that... Oh, I forget what they call it. I don't know what they call it. It's got a name, I'll butcher it. Hecrotomid something. Where like they're both different colours. Heterochromia, that's the one. That's the one. A lot of they do it for bad guys normally, and like special kids in from like, animes and things. Neurology. Yo, welcome in. Yeah, I can do head vulcan. This is quite interesting. So I tried this out very briefly last night. As the memes call it, homophobia. Really. I do been a bit type of doing. Yo, Trax, hello, buddy. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thanks, Punch. Bye. Thanks for punching. I read the word punch as I read that. So, as someone who has never played Digimon, why do you love it? I love it because it was a great alternative. Whereas other monster trainers and monster things tend to focus on like getting lots of monsters, catching things, completing collections, Digimon was always about friendship, partnership. And having that like one true partner that's like by your side, and then the fuel of that like fuels the power and fuels like the growth of the partnerships. Welcome in, Pocket. Thanks for popping by. How are you? We're good. So it was always a case of the Digimon always tackled more interesting topics. It was always willing to push push the boat out. It was always willing to try something fresh. Whereas like with the Digimon World games back in the 90s, also the late 90s, early 2000s, there was always trying something new. I didn't realize the Gundam guys would be so tall before I had these guys today. I got a friend in Digimon this year, and he says the exact same thing, loving the partner-team bonds. That's what known is. I mean, it's sort of changed a little bit now with the story games and such, but they tend to focus on the story aspect. But fight, Head Vulcan. Speaking of Digimon, has continued to be Toei's third Digis grossing franchise. That's okay, but I worry that Toei consider it a high-grossing franchise, considering they only really have Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, and Digimon. And behind those two, there's not much point in counting a third onwards. Digimon also has funky V-Pets. Digimon also has funky V-Pets. Some of the greatest things about the Digimon franchise has been the merchandising, which is kind of a bad thing to say, because it obviously is the general plastic capitalism of toys, but they are generally good. Like the V-Pets are hilariously fun. I'm so used to seeing heavy machine guns, so Gundam is useless, and Fed vs. Zeon. Seeing it being usable sounds believable to me. The creature designs are my favourite thing. Digimon, yes, has some of the most intrinsic, like, odd design sometimes. Hazard used the item. I'm not using a repair kit, mate. I've been hit once. I'm gonna hit him with my fist. Because a kiss with a fist. Oh god. I love that you get counted if you use the physicals. I'm just gonna keep punching him, because it's doing a lot more damage than my Vulcans are. There we go. So he's down. But also poop. What do you mean also poop? Oh yeah, okay, so there's that added extra thing of like, it's a choice of realism and responsibility. With the Pokemon games, you can literally just leave your Pokemon game running and nothing bad will happen. With V-Pats and the original Digimon World games, you have the added responsibility of actually caring for your, like, little beast, your friend, in terms of discipline and their own likes, dislikes, and health. And it's all too often with V-Pets, if you just forget your V-Pet, it'll die. Like a Tomodachi, very much like a Tamagotchi. They will literally die. I have had several V-Pets die on me. If I remember correctly, Digimon started off as a side branch to Tamagotchi. Yes, exactly that. Digimon doesn't have the same sort of magical upbringing that Pokemon has. Digimon is literally coined by a board of directors as a way to sell Bandai's Tamagotchi line to boys. So Digimon were literally born as Tamagotchis that fight, because that was the only thing Tamagotchis didn't do. So they thought, how do we sell more Tamagotchis? Make them fight. And I don't mind that. I don't mind that that's sort of how they was born. It's fine by me. I've accepted the fate. It's also why a lot of people attribute Digimon to one person, and that one person doesn't exist. Is it Kazuka Takahashi, or is that the Yu-Gi-Oh guy? I forget which. But yeah, no, it's Akiyoki Hongo. So Akihoshi Hongo, I think it is the guy commonly attributed as the person who created Digimon, but his name is literally made up of the 4 names of the Bandai directors that made Digimon. Hongo, yeah. That man does not exist. The image you'll find when you Google him is not him, it's just one of the directors. Although war veterans, they've seen through damage. I mean, yeah, there has been plenty of like actual like character deaths and such in the Digimon franchise, and the games, and the animes, and yeah, loads. Anyway, I've ignored most of the intro to this because I played a little bit of this last night to test the emulator, so I'm not too concerned. But if you guys want to keep up, then by all means, read away. So much death. Yo, let's go. So yeah, so explain the V-Pet. My V-Pet up above me is what I used to stream beforehand. It was like my GIF reactive thing. Good old Survive. Survive was like, it was what Digimon needed, but it was at the wrong time. And I think it was delivered in the wrong way. Marie the fossil. Why is she a fossil? That's rude. Might as well leave you here. Rip. So much Leomon death. I don't like the Leomon death trope. I got Zaku 1. I don't like the Zaku line that much because they're a little bit creepy looking. The gameplay and replaced with something less tactical. They should have just ripped out the gameplay entirely and just released it as a light novel and just be done with it. The reason they had, I reckon the reason they had to continue to release as a full game is because the amount of money they invested in it, they needed to sell it at a certain price to make it back. So the tactics, yeah, well, Cos has said it would be wrong when it was planned for 2019. I meant in the wrong time of Digimon's lifespan. In terms of like where Digimon was as a franchise. Zaku 1 looks dumb, but Zaku 2 looks good. Zaku 2 does look good. We're totally real about Survive. It should have been an anime project, Ghost Game. Ghost Game, yeah. Okay, Ghost Game was like a kid's version of Survive, or like a toned down version of Survive. Yes, you still had like human and Digimon death, but it was also like a bit more comical. Loved it as a concept. I really wish that they just take the Survive concept and just take the gameplay away and just leave it as a like a light novel series, and they put that sort of effort in to actual like visual novels, because they could like expand on so much of the Digimon lore. Like with Digimon Seekers, the one problem with having Seekers is its really bland presentation. If they'd made each chapter of Seekers a visual novel with character things and backgrounds, it would have been 20 times more impressive. Equip Tristan. Oh, we have Resident Evil 4 style layouts. This is interesting. What have I got? I've got an axe. So where can I put the axe? Oh no. Oh, it's a cursor. Okay. And then where can I... Wait, head Vulcan I've already got. I've got a machine gun. Let's put the machine gun here. I'm having a bit of ADHD and trouble following Seekers sometimes. Who is this guy? Who is who guy? Also, I really did want it to be a visual novel. I think because of the amount of misconception and misinformation about it leading up to its release was one of the reasons it was like critically panned and people just didn't keep with it. I think if they were just honest and said this is going to be a visual novel with like the occasional Sudoku. Yo, I'm a Saga. Yo, Pi, do you know this game? Because I bloomin' don't. I found this game yesterday thanks to Luna. I do love GMs. Are we coming? Oh lord, he coming. Oh lord, he coming. I love this game. What up? Oh, hello. I found a door. Now, this looks like Dino Crisis now. Oh, okay. That's loud and bright. Using Tristan access granted. Enter command. Oh, is this save? This is saving. Oh, yeah, I haven't actually formatted my memory card yet. It's a new console. Can you tell? Everyone knows you're about to trust one with the blonde hair and a helmet with a Gundam. That's a fair point, actually. Holy shit. I didn't even realise that. Yeah, she doesn't have a serious name. Also, what with Dino Crisis? This corridor and the way I'm walking around made me think of Dino Crisis. No, I don't want to save twice. The battles aren't great, they're still fun. Yeah, you see, my problem with the tactics side was really slow. Like, the way the game was presented, and the way they handed out. Let's see about dinosaurs. Dino Crisis Run coming soon? No, I can't stand the tank controls in those games. Also, yes, someone made a point earlier. Digimon dinosaurs and insects are phenomenal. You will never change my mind that bug and like dinosaur Pokemon will never hold a candle to Digimon designs. Look at Spinomon. Look at Ultimate Brachiomon. Look at Monochromon. And then compare that to like what? Okay, I will say Tyrantrum is a good dinosaur Pokemon, but he's probably like the only good dinosaur Pokemon. Oh, this control's a little wacky. I love all these handy boxes are just laid out. Armor upgrade kit. Aerodactyl is bad. Aerodactyl is boring. Me thinking about Digimon dinosaurs are most of the worst part though. So no. Why did you say Spider-Man is the most boring dinosaur Digimon? I didn't. I said Spider-Man has a nice design. Brachiomon's boarding too. I said Ultimate Brachiomon, not Brachiomon. I know I'm bad for not reading, guys, but are you listening? Do I need to put subtitles on? What am I fighting tanks? Am I fighting little people in little tanks? I know how to repair. Are these actually little people in little tanks? I'm going to hit this tank with an axe. That's so bad. I'm saying Spider-Man is boring because he needs more subtitles on YouTube though.
We can't read either, let alone listen.
We can't read levels. Fine, what have you got? You got Knuckle. Okay, let's just... I don't know how to kill him in one hit. Fucking punch the tank. 10 out of 10. This game lets me punch this game lets me punch tanks. I fucking love it. What does that do? And you only have... I need to give you a gun, actually. Why don't you have any guns? Oh, that was pitiful. Have tanks ever been a threat to mobile suits? No. I don't think so. Like, because it depends, really. Because you're saying mobile suits, not as a committing war crimes. It appears I am. It appears I am war criming today. Hello, Burning Chill. Welcome in, dude. Thanks for popping by. That was a cool tank as well. So yeah, kids can't commit war crimes.
It's a travesty that Dino Rexman and Gaomon do not carry the Tyrannoman name.
Gaomon? I thought Gaomon was a War Greymon. It was a Greymon family thing. I thought that was this whole thing. It was like he was a Victory Greymon who like fell off the path of justice and became cool and edgy. Is he a Tyrannomon? How did you pronounce Gaomon? I said Gaomon. Gaomon? I know the TTS said Gaomon, but I said Gaomon. I know I said Gaomon because the TTS said Gaomon. He evolves from Master Tyrannomon. Yeah, but in the same vein, like Digimon Evolution is kind of wild. I think it was Bio Greymon watched anime watched. I see.
Gaomon.
That shouldn't be funny. Why is that funny? We don't have an easy road ahead of us. You have a mobile suit. They can walk. What is that thing he's on his helmet as well? He does look very Charish, to be honest. My dog turned into a cat and then into an anime waifu. In Good Origins, Type 84 tank Shredder Zaku. Oh, I bet that's interesting to watch. It's obviously a magnifying glass. I know it's obviously a magnifying glass. It's like a triple layer thing. Like every science character in every anime has them. You should love games, but I enjoy them from my childhood. Yo, Blue Smith, hello! I can't take the credit for this one. My buddy Luna Oatmeal introduced me to this game yesterday.
Fun fact, Gaomon was originally Black War Greymon X design before they decided, nah, let's just recolor War Greymon X and make this guy original Digimon.
I don't believe you on that one. So how do you fuse with people into each other in Final Fantasy style here? Ooh, split screen. Gonna make them pay for crimes I didn't see. Why is that kid's thing double McDonald's? He's got two McDonald's logos on his little camera thing. And what's that camera? He's just, I don't know, he's just full of tech. And my character is wearing a jacket. Phenomenally
Cat
too
turns
short.
into women.
Cat turns into women. I hope not. I seriously hope. I don't like that trope. Like when someone has a cat that turns into a random anime cat girl. It's like, do you know how cats clean themselves? Do you know how long it's going to take to like get that habit out of your new cat girl before it just starts licking its own ass in public? Like, I don't think you want what you think you want. Believe me or no more renders for you. Okay, I believe you. The lip flaps are a little creepy. You know how in Final Fantasy
That's the way to Marie's place. Marie's place? Oh.
he knows where Marie lives. Ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. Oh, I love it. This is so fun. Oh, we have an overworld. Does this mean we'll get airships at some point? Also, what do I want to render next? Shit. Chaos Dramon, I guess? With an overworld like this makes me think we get, airships. Change positions. Render these nuts. Eee. Ooh. Oh, I do love that. That transition is nice. We've just found a wild tank. I'm going to throw like a big tank ball at it and catch it. Now I'm going to split its fucking crack open with an axe. Oh. Ooh, 180. I love how its name's a cannon. There was a tank game a friend of mine was playing. Red Mage was playing a little while ago, where you had like 3 tanks in the same sort of RPG style. I should probably save my MP. Whoa, okay. I zoom in on them. That's so cool. Can I go around that? Oh, I want to look around it. Tanks always look so silly from the front. Who's ascending? Emperor Greymon was. Oh, bye. The Zaku one just always looks like he's just like making the Pingu Newt face all the time. Zaku one looks like a baby. I suppose so. Technique? Use a technique. Wait, how do I use technique? This is wild. Do I have any equipment for you? I don't think I do. No, I have nothing for you for it, so I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Config. Oh, what have we got? Meshes speed. Fast, please. Okay, fast. Wait, there's defend and charge. What the hell? There's a defend and charge button. Okay. Why is automatically set to none? That's kind of why. You didn't spoil yourself. It looks like I did. Okay, we'll defend. Does this mean add a sample of battle command charge? A shortcut. Oh wait, these are things in the list. I think these are things in the battle list I just don't look at because I don't see them. Is this Marie's place? Imagine just rolling up to your Broad's house with a mobile suit, and she's like, "What?" You think Marie will be surprised? You fucking... I said that. More like she'll throw a hissy fit. Excuse me, who dubbed this game? Broad, so rude, has it? I like the word broad. Why is Marie a... Wait, is she a robot? Or does she just like having shoulder pads? Why is Marie... Is she like some sort of goth Lolita maid mech girl? That's a lot of tags to have on one character. She's a Fire Emblem maid. Don't stop calling me that. Neo but woman. Neoman. You seriously overestimate my age, young man. Chemicals? Oh, rude. You know what Curiosity did to the cat? No. What did it do? You're old, you know, stop fooling yourself. This is surprisingly rude. Just because you're in a fucking robot suit, mate, doesn't mean she can't come up here and, like, rip your dick off.
Why is Child Char insulting a woman? Isn't he meant to be gentlemanly?
You type that out, like when you see a French restaurant have a Chinese translation. Oh, she just magically has a fucking mobile suit disconnecting system thing. Do you think the MS have air conditioning? I would assume so. I would hope so, otherwise that's gonna get sweaty as fuck in there real quick. TF2 mini consent. I hid my mobile suit over there. Well done, mate. Can you better hurry? Okay, we have some overworld again. The GM is so funny. I want the helmet though. Oh wait, what Luna mentioned that eventually I'll get customizable suits. I assume that means I can just shop and change parts. Because it looks like little Char has red hair. It does actually, doesn't it? What is that running animation? What is he doing? You remember if I clip us on YouTube, let me toss you it in memes? Amazing. What is the function of that propeller? It can't be catching much side wind because of it's like right on the nail of the house, and all those cogs will reduce the efficiency of the thing by like all the friction.
Hazard, I had an idea. What if you recolor the mobile suit to be digibetal colored?
If it lets me, I will. If it lets me amend colors, I will. Can you guys hear the bot? He's really quiet for me today. I'm not sure if that's because the game is louder for me. Actually, it might be. I've just thought of something. Let me check my volume mix. I can hear the TTS. Yeah, my emulator is like max volume, but if I lower it anymore, it's like quiet. Unlike a commentary, apparently. That was so well timed. It's really quiet to me today. Everything's quiet for me today. I think it's because my headphones were turned down. Maybe. I see how it is. I see how it is. Can I... No, the emulator can be turned down separately. Volume mixer. Can I just turn you down here? I don't want to mute it, that's the thing, so let's just leave it there. That should still be okay. You find having a mobile suit. It's not puberty, love. It's not me, it's the hard work you two put in. I don't understand why she's a goth Lolita French maid. Why is she just... I don't understand. Why is she made with metal shoulder pads? That's a big old fucking screen, love. Which bit? Oh,
So many lights.
Do you know what they are?
Mobile suits?
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Each light represents a single suit.
But there's so many of them.
She really is fucking robot. Maybe she is. I'd like to find out, I guess. Maybe it'll be a story thing later on.
Power of the G system.
Oh, she sounds
We
enthusiastic.
were able to harness it, but this production speed, it's off the charts. I don't like the looks of this. Not one bit.
I can't tell if the voice actress is really good at sounding like a robot, or she really doesn't fucking care about this job.
She'd be like, we should celebrate the destruction of Big Zam. Hooray.
Pariah. Fucking Big Sam though. What a guy. Never skip leg day, that one. Is this Armored Core? Mommy, I went Armored Core. We've got Armored Core at home. Armored Core at home. Welcome in, Giz. Thanks for popping by, mate. Why do you have that many belts, love? You have 3 belts around your waist, 1 around your arm, clearly cutting off circulation, because look at all that blood pooling in your fucking shoulder. 5 belts on each wrist, on each forearm, and then however fucking many on your boots. Who that made? Hello, Love Knife. Welcome in. I appreciate your first comment being who that made. Goth Lolita. Hello. Welcome in. Her name is Marie. Because, why not?
Thank you for following.
Yo, thank you for following, man. I appreciate it. Oh, mate. Thanks for popping in. It's a letter of introduction to the unicorns. So this Goth Lolita is going to introduce me to unicorns. This game just gets weirder. Marie's and not, you know, that's not a bad connection. I appreciate that. That's creative. Unicorns are one to watch over them. Okay. We'll go meet your unicorns, lady. It's okay. Just go outside. It's a bunch of, like, horses with Gundam V-fins nailed to their heads. East Village of Anglia. Isn't Gundam a unicorn? There is a Gundam unicorn, but there is no Gundam that is a unicorn. There is Funsaki, who's a horse, but he's not a unicorn. I love this guy's run. You're a horse. I love it. Gundam Kimari's horse-like. This guy's run cycle is so, like, energetic. There's nothing in this room. Why am I... Okay, this guy runs so quickly. Later, there was no beds in there. He looks like he's trying to get hover mask. Also sprinting. Are there beds in here? Gundam, yo, Riot, welcome in, buddy. Are there beds in here? There are 2 beds in here, and some plants, and some really, really weird, outdated, badly maintained pipework, which I would not like to sleep next to. Wait, so then we got the lead, so she better be in screen time for the game. I think she's gonna be like my mechanic, if I had to guess. I'm a fan of Gundam. Mate, I love Gundam. Like, it's my 2nd or 3rd franchise that I would just fawn over. Let's say game progress. Yeah, sure, why not? The prototype reminds me of the girl from Scotland. That's the world. Oh, Ramona? Yeah, I get you, I guess so. He does have that sort of, like, late 2000s emo haircut. New day, here I come. Look at the optimism in this guy. The sheer optimism. It's one of those games that has an art style that still holds up. You gotta remember, I am upscaling this as well. I'm using the new PCX2 emulator, powered by the guy who made DuckStation. So this is being upscaled X3 to 1080p. So this game probably doesn't look this good now. The new update is good. It's amazing. The fact that the guy behind DuckStation finally jumped onto it is just wonderful. I've had rest. Let's go outside. Where is outside? Here is outside. Wait, is that it? Are we done? Do I just go back to my robot now? Have you been studying here all night? Oh, which is already something else. I mean, look how huge that thing is. It's a big robot. Okay, are we done? I think next is DuckStation 3. I don't think there's much need for, like, upscaling on a PS3 emulator. Let's go to Anglia. Dusty 3 is so good, where's Duck Station 2? My dad shows Gundam Wing when I was little. A few years later, I started building Gunpla. Now watching the series, nice. I have built so many Gunpla, so many like Plamo model kits. The Gundam model kits were some of my favourites. I remember building my first ever Gundam kit, which was the Endless Waltz Death Scythe Hell, and my model kit toolkit was literally a pair of nail clippers and a nail file. I built a machine gun model kit. Okay. I'm working on MG Death Scythe EW right now. Nice. Pockets has built a few that I bought for her, like Hyaki Shiki, the Cubely, the Tournay Gundam. Duck Station 2, quack.
Go outside and touch the grass now.
No. Fuck the grass. I can take grass inside. I can't take my video games outside. To the orphanage it is. I'm going to collect new characters. I was trying to find G Gundam model kits besides Burning and Shining Gundam. Yeah, the old ones are really hard to get. I've seen a Rose Gundam in person. I've never seen a Maxter, a Bolt, or a Dragon. I've owned, obviously, Shining, Noble. Noble Gundam's quite easy to find, but obviously it's a Sailor Moon one.
I don't want to touch the grass without their consent first.
I have Heishi Dragon Gundam. Holy shit, that's pretty fucking rare. It looks like shit. The old model kits really did though, like the really old ones. I remember buying a RX-78 that was made from 3 pieces, and it was so bad. Tanks. Before I knew about Gundam kits, I had an SD Gundam Death Scythe toy, but I lost it. That's a shame. There's so many toys I had as a kid that I didn't care for or look after or care about. How does one level up a Gundam? You don't. You level up your skill as a pilot, which helps the Gundam feel stronger, because the pilot is quicker, smarter, faster, that sort of shit. The first model of 00. As soon as I was able to, I started buying Gundam kits from like Hobby Link Japan and Japan Cool. Versus SD kit kind of easy sometimes. SD Gundams are always easy because they're more about the design than the other builds. I've been building Plamo for like well over 10 years, and they've always been really fun. IBO, I'm Blood Orphans, was one of my favourite series for actual model kits, because even though most of them had the same inner skeleton, they were still really nice to build. The thing about Gundam, IBO designs are so sick. They are. They really are. I know like a lot of the Gen 1ers really shat on IBO because of its designs and because of its edginess. But it's like, they're fucking cool. Barbatos is cool. Hevesklar is cool. Flaros is fucking cool. I mean, Barbatos Lupus Rex, I think it was called, was a fucking amazing kit. And to Comic Con this month, I don't know if what to get depending on what they have. That's fair. The only problem with buying model kits at conventions is they're always like almost twice the twice the price of the actual imports. Armored Core, so IBO really appeals to me. That's nice. Armored Core was a game I love to play, but I'm not very good at it because the later games get so hard. Kind woman, do you have anything? Yes. I have my ill-fitting jacket, my ill-fitting trousers, my cool shoes. Nice, you can use the Bayou in this. Can you? Yo, Ratotski, welcome in, mate. Ratatosk. I forgot how to pronounce your name. Cool hair. He does have cool hair. Just give me 1 second, guys. Just Tosk is fine. A lot of people have trouble with my name. I'm sorry to hear that, but either way, I'll call you Tosk. Bird. Yes, we have Bird. He was quiet for a while, but he's just woken back up because I walked past his cage. There's probably something. I promise you'll stay out of fights. Never. I make no promises for that. I'm 15. Why are you... It looks like he's still wearing a onesie. Do you know how much the VB sold? No. I'd say with the Zoids kits, have they made new kits? The problem with Zoids kits is they're always made by Kabatakuya or Kotobukaya or something. And they're always mega expensive because Kabatakuya don't have the same industry command as Bandai do. So whereas Bandai can churn out like 20 different 1,000 yen kits, Kabatakuya just can't because they don't sell as well. Like the Hexagear kits from Koto were really nice, but they were really sort of niche. They're expensive. They really are, because they have to like price them up because they won't get massive amounts of sales. Whereas Bandai know theirs will, so they can price them easier. And I shop in Canada just called Japan Craft, and I forgot that the shop. Good thing my girlfriend took me there. We took Camden. Are you talking Camden as in, like, London Camden? Or are there other Camdens in the world? I don't know. Camden Town is London? Okay, yeah, cool. I imagine there is a decent Gundam, like, supplying in London. For me, if I wanted to buy Gundams in person, I'd probably have to travel to, like, Nottingham or Sheffield, I think. VB in August 2021, the year it launched, sold 200,000 kits, units even. I don't know if that's good. But the VB was also hyped up, like loads, as like the Digimon Fitbit. So if it didn't sell well, I'd be surprised. I'm going to work hard and play harder. He says punching tanks. The actual models in this game is quite nice. Her breathing cycle is jarring a little bit, but like mostly is good. I've been so used to playing PS1 games I forgot how good the PS2 was. The first 3 months has this, it's only good for a VPET, I think. It's not a VPET though. I refuse to accept that the VB is a VPET. They look like dolls, but I guess it can't be helped. He has, like, matchsticks for legs. I'm concerned. Oh, are you fucking serious? Are you actually kidding? Did that just happen? Did someone just snipe her bedroom as he left the house? Oh shit, someone did. That's so bad. To find physical model kits, I gotta go to Comic-Con or something like that. That's unfortunate. Holy shit.
What is that?
That is a fucking cool Zaku is what that is, mate. Are you gonna shoot a kid with a fucking machine gun with bullets bigger than his head? No, we need him for plot development. Do not kill him. These Zaku's look cool. Zaku 2's look cool.
Giant robots? No! No!
Oh fuck. Did they just shoot her and get Mega Star moment? Hail Rider are awesome.
Miss Natalie.
Rip. Giant robots, no. Like, oh man, Mega XLR is like, I think I defined what I thought of a lot of mecha series as a kid. It enabled me to look at everything with tongue firmly placed in cheek. Pro Tag's dead, game over. Oh wait, he was just having a dream, it's okay. She was in the basement, where everything's fallen, all the debris of the house falling down, and then she dies of starvation. Why does he have like a bolt through his scarf? I don't understand. I know I promised not to fight, but then they shot you with a fucking mecha rocket launcher, so I decided, you know what, shit's fucked, I'm gonna buy a robot suit and kill them. This is nice lore building, I like it. Okay, that was interesting. That is a... Wait, is that the mansion I've just watched burn down? I love his run cycle, it's so cute. Let's go find that ox guy. I want more things. But no, so it was a choice of Gundam today or Zoids.
Stop right where you are.
I tell you, you ever, as a Gunpla builder, anyone in the chat who's a Gunpla builder, when you look at Gundams, or you look at models, Gundams, mobile suits, and you look at certain parts of their body, and you immediately remember how those parts are laid out in your average suit.
I'm getting that.
Like, I was looking at the legs just then, and I remembered that the legs are normally split into about maybe 20 pieces on an MG, with like the ankle joint, the ball and socket joint, the two layers of side skirt armor, and it's just, I'm just looking at them like, man, I have a Gundam in my work bag. Whereas we're willing to negotiate, mate. We're not even like attacking you. We're friends. It's okay. I think he promised not to harm the villagers. We've walked up to his village, and my man like shit himself so hard. He's like, "We'll give you anything, just please don't hurt us." So we got us off Discord later. Amazing. You weren't here last week, I think, when I was showing off my Instagram feed of my old builds. Where's my Instagram link? I don't think I have an Instagram link anymore. Home. How is my profile? There it is. I'll just go back a little bit because I've not built in a little while. But like if I ping up my display capture, it should line up. It didn't line up. Why did it not line up? Display capture. Why is it not working? Device not connected or able. It's a fucking display capture. You need device not able. Is my left monitor in numbnuts? There we go. So like here's my Instagram feed from a few years ago. Where I used to build like robots all the fucking time. I love the Moon Gundam. He was such a great kit. Like when Blue Bandai started and we started getting these amazing kits where it was like a high grade size in master grade style. I loved it. These were such fantastic kits. Yeah, this is what I used to do. I used to build as much as I stream now. dogs and bugs is also what we did. This is who you can hear in the background. He's being a pain in the bum. I have no idea why. But yeah, this is what we did. Let's get rid of this capture again. He wants attention. It's because the wife is sat behind me. So she's giving him attention, but then when you give him a little bit, he wants all of it. Gremlin dog. He's an absolute gremlin. Oh, sorry. Is the Digimon top right actually running or just a graphic? It's kind of both. It's something I power using macro commands. So it's something I designed because I couldn't be bothered to use cameras. So if you want to feed him, you can feed him and he'll eat. There you go. Thanks for that backup there, Burn and Chill. It's an OC line. It goes from egg to mega. It's something I power myself, so if you watch the background lights up when I speak to give it some like differentiation. It took me a while to design it, but it's kind of interesting. You can also train. Constable Ox. Yeah, I do some sprite work on the side, so when I'm not streaming, I'm normally like buried in a sprite, doing sprite stuff for people. Unicorn Base. My man for real has a treehouse called Unicorn Base. Oh no, reset means he goes. Oh no. But don't worry, he comes back quick enough. We just change the batteries in the V-pad and he comes back. There he goes. Girl, you aren't from this village, are you? Does the jacket and like tight, possibly nylon trousers give me away? Egg. Do you think this shop sells items? Item? And Eve has a smaller sign that says item. Where's the point of that? You think if you're the only item shop in town, you don't need to have two signs in your store saying item. Oh my. Hello, item man. I have 232 credits. I don't... What is the economy of this village if they have a whole ass store dedicated to mobile suit repair units? Amazing. I don't need anything there. I think I've got quite a few already. He's so quick. Horrors. Hello, horrors. Oh, the horse won't speak to me. Fine, ignorant. Okay. Let's just go here. I'm not going to look around too much. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here. Screwdrivers is the currency. Lodging and repair, 24 credits. Rest, 8 credits. Hatch. Let's go. Thank you for that, Crash. Oh god, no. He walks so quickly. Like, you touch the thumbstick, he's already halfway across the room. Knowing about Spirit Saga Gundam cards coming UK. I keep hearing about Battle Spirit Saga, but I've not looked into it at all. I don't understand. Is it like a mixture of things? Is it like the Weiss Schwartz of Bandai? I'll be back. No worries, like. Catch you later, dude. Thanks for popping in. This is... Where is this ox guy? Are you on? No, you're not. Those giant robots are actually called mobile suits. They're weapons made from a time long ago before the Great Fall. Professor Gould, who lives in the mansion up a hill, knows more about them. You should ask him for more information. Okay. Mobile suits. Why is it picking up saying I have a size thing on? Constable Ox. I would say he looks more like a tepid badger, if I'm honest. I'm not really sorry. I suppose when the village next to you was literally, like, exploded by a mobile suit, it makes sense to be scared of him. Handed over Marie's introduction. It's just a piece of paper with dick butt on it. Didn't even read it. That was a long cutscene. Even worse than the Great Fall, which I've just learned about. I don't want the third member of my party to be a half old man. It's what kind of want to like the Gundam franchise. They've always had like the whole thing where the protag is some sort of torn individual who doesn't want to fight, and they're pulled into the fighting against their will. And then occasionally you get characters like Judo or Mika who just like, yeah, I just like being in the robot. It's fun. Almost like it's an anti... Yeah, I know the Gundam franchise has always predominantly been anti-war, but then they market and merchandise like the tools of war, and we buy these tools of war in little plastic model kits and then build them. So, you know. Well, then again, like, Tamiya's been doing it for years with the planes and the tanks and the ships. I think it's entirely feasible and quite valid to enjoy the aesthetics of tools of war without wanting them to be used as tools of war. Like, you can look at a boat, like a warship, and think, that looks fucking cool, but also not agree with its use. We call it a moonarch. What on earth is this kid wearing? I'm trying to work out where like certain parts of my clothes begin and end. I can't work out if the blue thing is like a shirt or if I'm wearing a onesie, like a baby's vest, and I have these weird spandex trousers pulled right up, like some sort of aerobics gear. Never change. I love like Japanese protag design. Belts, braces, big shoes, big gloves. I love it. This kid has neither shoes nor gloves. He has shoes on. I love the Burberry. He just runs so fast. Slow down, kids. Really hit random configuration. I mean, yeah, you compare that to like most like alpha male Western fucking RPG where it's like everything's just set to medium on the character creator sliders. And they're like, yes, this character has definition with his crew haircut, his mild beard, and his like chiseled jawline. It's like, nah, that's boring, mate. Wait, did I go back in? I clipped the fence. Monitor protags from No. I mean, Next Order. I mean, they're still good designs. They're just They're just badly... They're good, but they're bad. I love this battle transition so much. Mediocre. I think they're creative. They're just like, what's the word? There's a word for like something that looks good, but it's in poor taste. I don't know what it's called. There's a whole subreddit dedicated to things that are good but in poor taste. I forget what the word is. Why is I get 2 credits for destroying 2 miniature grade tanks? Oh, 3 tanks now. The game heard me. I need to get my Zaku 1, War Crimes Don't Pay, because tanks aren't valued as a military. I need to get my Zaku 1 an axe or something. Although maybe I should just give my Zaku 1... How much does the machine gun do altogether? I know it hits like 4 or 5 times. No, that's terrible. It's like 12 damage, if that. Like 10, I think that was. Why would I ever use that? I don't understand why I would. Because you don't get counted. I suppose when I'm fighting like other mobile suits, then yes. But for the time being, I don't need to worry about it. Bidoo. Whoa. That looks very large and foreboding. Let's go check it out. Where are you going? This isn't supposed to go. Oh. Thank you, narration. I've forgotten where I'm supposed to go. There isn't many options on places to go. Ooh, 16. Oh, actually, I didn't rest, did I? I'm looking forward to testing what this emulator does to my other PS2 games. It just means I have to go and find my games again, because quite a lot of them I sort of slimmed down a little while ago. I forgot to rest earlier. You were the inn, I think? That's a ghost thing. Cha-ching. I didn't even see a cash register on their, like, hillside. Let's save. That is a ghost thing. I can't think what ghost song that sounds like. The music this is playing now. Can you say my name forever, forever? Yeah. The PC version of Sonic Unleashed is pretty lit. Is that the Werehog one? Can you say my name forever? That's what it sounds like. That's so unnerving. Just leave. There's so many PS2 games I'm now thinking about trying, just because I can upscale them now. I was playing my PS2 version of World 4 last night. It looks the same as what Dolphin does. The PS versions and Wii versions have lots of extra stuff cut out. Wait, the PS2 and the Wii versions have stuff that's cut out? Then why would they be good then? I don't understand.
Life Eternal.
Life Eternal. Ooh, I wonder actually if this emulator will now play Project Zero correctly and not hide the fucking ghosts from me. Speaking of ghosts. Because the cut out stuff is extra missions and boring junk. Oh, I see. Boring junk. Wait, we surprised them? Why is there so many tanks just fucking wandering around the wilderness? Like, what is this? Boost attack. Fritz learn shoot all. Ace Combat 3, 4, 5 and 0 Sector Man. I used to play the demos for Ace Combat and I could never buy a full game. So I used to play the demos that I used to get with magazines. And they were so much fun. But I was so bad at them. But they were so fun. I played Stomovic 1942 I think it was on Xbox. That was cool. Did someone say Ace Combat? Holy shit. It annoys me because there was a wing, a plane style game on PS1 that I had, but I can't remember what it was called, and I've been searching for it for so long, but I physically cannot remember or cannot find what the game was called. It was like Wings, something Wings 0, Wings 3 or something, and you could choose 3 or 4 different anime characters. And it was very much like Ace Combat, but very, very blocky and polygonal. Is polygonal a word? Let's use those boost sets we just learned. An EN level of 4. Oh, okay. So we have things. So I don't have. Okay. So, oh, I see. There's 2 menus. So let's charge. Let's both charge. Oh god, we've got Saiyan powers now. Oh. Boost? Boost sack. Was it Sonic Wings? Was it Sonic Wings? Let's have a look. I remember it was a hard as fuck game. No. It wasn't laid out like that. It was a shmup. I don't think it was a shmup. I don't think it was a shmup. Is there a character thing? I don't think it was a shmup. I'm sure it was like a from the perspective behind you. Like it was third person. And it was on PlayStation. Was it Sonic Wings? Is there a thing of the characters? No, it definitely wasn't Sonic Wings. No, I'm fairly certain it wasn't. The disc was blue, if that helps. What colour was the Sonic Wings disc? Look. Disc. Yeah, it could have been Sonic Wings. That's the Sega Saturn version. That was on Dreamcast. No, yeah, it was on PlayStation. I remember it vividly being on my PlayStation. I've never owned a Dreamcast. It was a game where like you'd start and your plane would cost money, and if you exploded your plane, you'd have to repair it or buy a new one. No, don't charge. Holy shit. Holy moly. Wing over. Wing over. I know it had wing in the name. Wing over. PS. That's it. That's it. That's the one. That's the one. Fuck. I remember his stupid helmet. The birds woke up. That's it, that's the one. Buy parts, sell parts, that's the fucking one. Wing over. Shit, I need to... There it is, there's the blue disc. There's the blue disc. There it is. There's the UK version. Where's my fucking display capture? There it is. The UK release of Wing Over had the blue disc. We were seeing them like vaguely. Mate, thank you so much for that. I will now go and find this game after stream and remember how it was. Amazing. Well, you managed better than Reddit did. I keep hitting charge. Can I just Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver as another PS1 game to look into? I know the Legacy of Kain series, or like the Soul Reaver series. I know Legacy of Kain and Soul Reaver are slightly different. Feed the baby. Okay. His fucking technique is repair. What is that all about? I don't need a white mage just in the game. Rip. I forgot where these ruins are supposed to be that I'm looking for. I'm sure they said like... Did they say southeast or northeast? I'm sure they may have said southeast. The music's really good in this. How nice the music was. I'm surprised. Like this is some really nice stuff. Let me just go refresh myself on where the fuck I'm supposed to be going, because I cannot clearly remember. It's weird that is. It's too close to Ghost's Love Eternal. You'll find the Moonarch in the southeast of Anglia. Heads east from the village, then turn south when you see the mountains up ahead. Okay. Is there a weapons store, I wonder? This is clearly not a weapons store, but I can still walk inside, so let's find out. This, I can see vegetables and a very... Hello, old lady. Let me tell you something. So the loves Moonlight. No shit. I saw a fall when I was young, gave me a real fright it did. Lady, you okay? Why? I hope that's not your defined ass crack. Old lady. What? This, her position, her what am I thinking of? The word for how you sit in a chair, I've forgotten.
Posture.
Posture, thank you. Her posture looks fucking awful. What are you trying to... Are you trying to like scoot down and talk to the kids? Oh, cheese. That's a lot of cheese, holy shit. Is that her dinner? She doesn't eat this whole fucking wheel of cheese and this bread. No wonder you got shit posture. Posture. Oh gee, for some reason I started looking at my bot, thinking I was about to get like a text-to-speak thing. Shout out at Luna. Say thanks to Luna. It's Luna's responsibility, I guess, that I'm playing this. Why is that? Oh, it is making sounds. It's really quiet. Oh shit, no, it's not.
Mostly just hear their little claws clacking around.
The clip of my dogs in the background, amazing. I know exactly how that is. The door is locked. I'm not surprised. So you need a lockpick to open it. I get a fucking lockpick? Why? Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Okay, this place nothing but trees and fields. Yes, why don't you come outside with me and meet warfare?
I can't believe I got you on stream. Hello.
She came in and started yelling at me. Amazing. Why does this old lady have it too? I don't understand what's going on here. Wait, she's asleep? Why are we letting her sleep in front of the fire? She could fall forward into it. Yeah, we've always had welcome the old lady to the Ask. Old lady crack village. Good old lady crack. Wonderbar. Dumpy old lady. Hello, what dog? Can I come in? Hello? Dog, let me speak to the dog. Okay, I can't speak to the dog. Holy shit, I cannot pet the dog. I can walk into this fucking mansion. If that Doberman is supposed to be a guard dog, he's fucking terrible. Hello, maid lady. Have you ever seen Professor Gould? Oh, is this where he lives? How does he afford this fucking mansion? This village so far has dumpy old ladies and dogs I can't pet. And Resident Evil, apparently. What the shit? Are you wearing frilly shorts, sir? Gould's son just come to talk to daddy. Mate, you're my size, you're wearing frilly shorts, and you say daddy. I bet he likes to chat, you might be here for a while. I'm leaving. I can't leave, let me go. Holy shit. He invades taxes? Just invades. I know you meant invade, but holy shit. The person in this painting is wide. This dude is bold and not moving. I'm not moving. Do I not have like a static thing? Isn't that statue, that fucking something of Venus? He has a miniature replica of the Venus statue. Hello, lady. He goes on if you let him. His only advice, motormouth aside, he's a wonderful man. He doesn't sound wonderful, love, if the first thing you tell me about him is his worst trait. I am concerned. The Venus statue has no hands. Oh, I see. That is a big old bed, but sucks to be anyone who sleeps next to the fucking wall. Why wouldn't you rotate it and have the head at, like, the top of the room? Rich people are weird. Can I play Moonlight Sonata on this thing? I don't want to talk to you because you're going to talk for ages. We often have discussions on mobile suits and debate world history. I bet that's a fun party to be at. Gundams and old shit. Oh no. He's giving me his Gundams and old shit disc. You rest enemies you counter, you can view the records by just choosing enemy data. Oh, okay. He didn't talk at all. He said, "Hi, I know who you are. I know this lady. Have a disc." Oh wait, let's tell you what I know about mobile suits. The ancient weapons, the universal sentry. There it is. The GM, Zaku, Goof, Dom, Gelog. The list goes on. They all sound like odd things. I wonder if the act guy's in this. Is he saying blah blah blah, or is this what the game means by going on? Okay. This game, this area has a lot of like empty space that I'm not finding many items in. Okay, I think that is now expended. Let's go south then east. There's a ton of mobile business. I'm looking forward to the customization option. Do you know if I can change the color of the customized parts? Because one thing I'm concerned about is having a mobile suit of like 3 really bright colors. South, then east when it hits the mountains. I don't know what that means. As it means east through here. Unless this is the south part. Ooh, that was a long pause. Thunk. Can you stop doing that, please? I don't like how that sounds. So this might be the south or the east part, I'm not sure. Ooh, it looks promising. Maybe. That's a dead end. God damn it. Hello, DigiHazard. As in the colour thing I want to remember, that is the change colour on UMS from what I remember. I see. Thank you, Discount GM. I appreciate the advice. Oh, I found the walk. The walk is on the D-pad, the run is on the thumbstick. That's amazing. Oh, I found the thing. Wow. Ooh, sciencey. We're going in. Imagine I had to walk like that everywhere. That'd suck. Oh, this is the dungeon stuff that Luna mentioned. I see interactable. Hello, you. You turn the switch on. Door seems to have unlocked somewhere nearby. Is it next door? I don't like how the camera looks at me every time I come through a fucking doorway. Ooh, new tanks. Tanks again, these models look a bit tougher. They look weirder. Keep an eye on my EN level. Quantum Reach Manual, the higher EN level, the stronger the attack. Look at the data in the upper right. It says Magella attack range 2. The rightmost number is the end level. Oh, I see. Okay. Range attack. I see. Oh, I see, he says. Oh, that's interesting. Shoot all. No, I want to. What's the actual heal like? Heal of small HP. How strong is that? Oh, that's 4th. That's pretty good. Ooh. Oh, holy shit. Okay, let's not do that again. I might be able to kill him with a second axe, and you can heal yourself. Nice. Calculated risk. Dee, dee, dee. Oh, god damn it, why did it auto do that? Oh well, either way he's dead. I love the animation for this, like the fluidity of the model moving. Like there's loads of individual pieces moving here, so nice. I'm looking forward to like unlocking the other suits. The problem is I know this game is from 2006, I think. So we're going to be hitting not many, like this is like pre-seed, I suppose. That's a fight. Ooh. Unlike tanks, these are engineered for melee combat as well. Be careful, the upright data shows Mel launch an attack. Cool. And there it says Mel. But can I counter melee attacks, or can only they do it? Oh shit, you can. So it's automatically counter every melee, or is it a chance? You know when kids mimic their parents? The dogs are being super weird on the couch. Why didn't you die? That one should have like died in that turn. Right, okay, that one's down. Oh! Oh wait, what? Why did you... Okay, he had really low life, or I counted the shit out from previous turn. I need to heal though. I'm at 9 repair kits, 150 HP? It feels like a massive waste. Increase the single mobile suit's durability level. Oh, I see. I don't know if it's worth using on the suits I probably won't use for a while. Cannot be counterattacked. You have a counterattack in the upper right data reads ETC. What is ET? I assume it's not etc. Beast Vulcan gun. Oh, is there attack override on this? Yes, there is. And that doesn't seem to activate the counter, which is interesting. Oh, okay. I thought that would kill him. Oh, shit. Nice. Let's put this in charge. Dee 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 dee. Door is locked. Need a card key level 1. Okay. Need to heal is what I need to do. Can I use his heal thing outside of battle? I can. I don't know if TP regenerates or if I have to use items for it though. It says random fights and predetermined fights. Why does Fritz have no weapons? Because I've had no opportunity to buy weapons, nor have I found any. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to have been able to buy some by at this point. I've not seen anywhere that sells them. It is a bit of a backdraw at the moment because he's not holding his own. I've not seen anywhere that's actively sold weapons. All I've seen are, like, there's been one item shop which sold repairs. Couldn't you get the machine gun to Fritz? I could, but it wouldn't do any more damage. It maybe do like maybe 2 or 3 actual more damage points. So it does like 10 itself. Plus then it also removes... Oh no, because my GM could just use his thing. So let's give that a shot. Let's... So it's not that much stronger than his standard punch, but I guess it gives him a ranged option. Okay, it does actually do more damage with him. That's interesting. It was only doing like 3s and 4s with my main guy. Records. I can't remember if this heals me as well. I think this game, again, someone made the MS game. I mean, this is my first interaction with this game. I put a shout out on Twitter today asking about Gundam games people would like to see streamed. Because when I checked the Gundam tag on Twitch, there was mostly Evolution players and some Operation Battle something players. But there's like no one playing the old RPGs, the old Dynasty Warriors games or anything. And my buddy Luna said that because I like Digimon World 2 so much, you recommended this one as like a close version, I suppose. Does that heal me? It does. Holy shit, okay. Okay, I think we've made it to... Is this a boss? Why does this feel bossish? It's gonna be a boss. Boss fart. How is that the black suit? No, it's a Zaku 2.
That mobile suit.
Boss time. It's a Zaku 2. I love it. I think my favorite Zaku model is probably, though, the Goof. Like Rambo Rowell's Goof. We're gonna fuck him up is what we're gonna do. Zaku's just like, excuse me, buddy. I just work here. You were there that day, mate. You have no idea how many Zaku 2s there are in this world.
Thank you for following.
Yo, Anime J. Thank you for following me. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Your Mobisu says it all. This is just like, it's my first day. You attacked the orphanage. We must let a kid get... How did he remember this exact thing? Yo, KJ2294, thank you for following me. I appreciate it. Knew it was me. How dare. You were crying your eyes all over the place. He wasn't, though. You shot the thing. Omnimon? Nice. That's a good choice. Welcome in, Anime J. I appreciate you stopping by. My main thing normally is Digimon, so my question is Digimon focused. This is the first time I've streamed something non-Digimon in ages. You said you were playing this game in Digimon. I see the Digimon tone down. Yo, KJ, thank you for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. There's getting a few people I know of this. I didn't till last year. I love seeing this. Nice. This is my first interaction with this game. I'm a big fan of Gundam and Digimon as like general franchises, but there's some that are like lesser known games. That's an Agumon. I do like Agumon. He has a lot of everything, but he's still our boy. Digimon love Gundam. Hey, remember Digimon? Hi, Nuke. Ironic, isn't it? I guess I should have changed my going live notice to a Gundam thing. Welcome in, Nuke. Favorite franchises? Yes. They are fantastic franchises. I have spent a lot of time and effort and energy on both of those. Whether it be grinding RPGs, making model kits, or sometimes both at the same time. There are several evenings I've spent. Hey, remember Gundam Wing? I think Gundam Wing was a lot of the West's first introduction to the franchise. Good old Toonami and waking up at 3 in the morning to watch random Gundam. Love me some Condom Wings. I mean, I wouldn't recommend doing that. Wing was my intro. Watched SD Gundam way back when. Nice. Right, let's get him, he says. Iron X. Actually, no, because he's... What is he gonna... He's gonna melee me, so he's gonna counter. So I need to avoid doing the physical stuff. And let's just shoot him for a little bit, see what happens. Oh man, 3 damage. It does 21 anyway, at least I can counter with a decent chunk. Start with Wing, then proceeded to slowly fall into love with the original, and slowly became my favourite. Nice. I can't help but hear Condom when you say Gundam. I'm sorry. I guess it's a really odd, it's like a nice word of, what's it called? Where they a word appropriation game or something where you think of words that are connected. And Gundam is a pretty good contraceptive, to be honest. I have a school project tomorrow, which means that my stay was short-lived this time. I have to get some shut eye. No worries, buddy. Catch you later. Universal Title for the win. The Universal Century is pretty neat. I'm glad that they were able to establish this massive lore, this whole universe of incidents, like as their first thing. There are some franchises that have been going for like 20 plus years who can't do that. Looking at you, Digimon. You guys got no wingsuits in here, so that's something to look forward to. Nice, this isn't Digimon. Hello, Corky. Welcome in, buddy. Oh. What do you mean? We have... Omnodon and Megalodon right there. We do have, like, some robots. Actually, no, you need to heal. So you showing me a difference, so I decided to tune in. Yo, Amelia, hello! Yes, I decided not to stream Digimon today. In the last stream, me and chat went big on Gundam nostalgia, and we started scrolling through my old Instagram, where I used to build Gundam kits like every day. And I decided that I should give it a shot, so I put a tweet out saying what Gundam games would you like to see streamed, and one of my friends recommended this game, so here we are. What's my favourite Digimon and favourite Digimon game? Favourite Digimon would be Guilmon and the Guilmon family. Favourite Digimon game would be World 2. I probably should give myself a big heal. Shoot all. Holy shit, okay. That was pretty neat. I'll give it that. Oh, you need counter for 1 damage? World 1 was my favourite until next order. Nice. World 1 was like... I tried to play it when it was released when I was like 10. And I couldn't. I couldn't work it out. I was too just smooth-brained as a child, where I just could not work out how to do things. So it wasn't until like 15 to 20 years later I gave the game another chance and actually finished it. In Monster Rancher, I fucking love Monster Rancher. I mained worms and crabsaurians, basically arrowheads mixed with zooms. I learned how to throw grenades, amazing. Never finished one. It took a long time, and I finished him in 2 ultimates. Monster Rancher is great, it really is. Although Monster Rancher was the first video game to tear at my heart as a kid. Like, I played lots of emotional games, but watching my tiger, my little wolf, die in Monster Rancher 2 was one of the worst experiences of my childhood. Like watching my little dog monster like get up in the night, stand up, fall down, stand up, fall down again, and then watch his fucking ghost leave his body. And there's me, just 10 years old, trying to work out what the fuck is happening. Take a watch my time broke me. I played some Monster Rancher 2 DX today, was a good way to end stream week. Nice! Just emotionless kids. Never get. That's fair. I think my favourite MS is the side square that Titans made looked like a Gundam with a mono eye. Nice. Sisquid. Little kid like you, I'll try. I'm the main character. I have all the animes on my side. Was used to reality and fantasy back then, so never got attached to things. That's fair. Give you a hint. His name is Vladizar. What kind of a name is Vladizar? You can take it down with Zaku 1 CG. I hope not, 'cause I was hoping to get that suit as like an extra player. Flatty fart. Oh no. There's someone on the ground. Where?
What? Where?
I said it first. Okay. Oh, there's our third character.
Girl.
A
What's she doing?
girl.
Come on, Fritz.
Her eyes are open. Of course, it's a girl. Well, to be honest, we have 2 dudes. We can't have 3 dudes in our party. A grill.
She's out cold.
Is that the girl from fucking Space Channel? Is she gonna start singing about aliens?
Troy. That world.
Yes, she is. Okay. I would put
Did she
her
just say
straight
destroy
back.
the world? What does that mean? Whatever. We've got to get her out of here. Come on. Marie will know what to do.
We found this lady. She opened her eyes, said destroy the world, and fell asleep. Why are you not just throwing her into the lava? Of course she's unconscious. That's how it is. That's how it is. And what should be a healer of some variety? Oh, we have Marie back. Where's Love? Where's Love Knife? She's in a stable condition. She's a robot in disguise. I think she might actually be a robot in disguise, I'm not sure. She will surprise you. Amazing. What do you mean? Marie's like, have you never watched Transformers, child? Robots in disguise. Just wakes up. Bah weep gran, ah weep ninny bong. Of course she's got amnesia. Of course she has. Why wouldn't she have? Can I talk to her? Sure, why not? Let's just fuck up whatever she's got left. Are the Transformers Gunpla? No. I don't think there is. I've never known of a Transformers model kit. No, I don't think so, actually. Okay. I don't think I've seen a Transformers model kit. I don't think I have. I think transforming Gundam are quite rare and very difficult and very easy to break. I had the Zeta Master Grade.
Transformers. Starscream has once again shot Megatron into the sun in disguise 5Es.
5Es? Oh, it's because you've got all the eyes. Amazing. No, but transforming Gunpla are really, really fucking bad. So I had the Master Grade Zeta Gundam that transformed, and I built it, and I transformed it, and it broke. Because that plastic is not designed to be like that. It's not designed to be transformed and moved around that much. Gundam kits are not toys. They are semi-posable model kits. They are not action figures. They're not designed to be transformed, whereas actual Transformers are made of much thicker, like denser plastic, So they are designed to have like ratchet things and to be played with, thrown on the ground, thrown around, and not explode. Not action figures yet, but try explaining that to your 7-year-old brother when you've got some nice new Gundam kits you've just spent 3 days building and he wants to play with them, and you come home from school and he's played with them and they're all fucking broke. Because that was my childhood. Yeah. It was unfortunate. I went absolutely ballistic on the day. I was very upset. Have you considered having your Beetle 3D printed? I have considered that, but I have no idea if the VRM file I have will operate as a 3D printing file. I have a friend who has a 3D printer, so I guess I will ask him. Or I'll look into how to convert a VRM file into a 3D file. I don't know how that works. Nothing but my name. Well, it's handy you remembered your name. She did the head tilt thing. Yep, I'm Tristan. And it's fashion. Why is it this game and introducing people with their worst qualities? This fashion accident over here is Fritz. That's some tough talk coming from a guy who's wearing a jacket too small, trousers too small, shoes made out of quilts, and what looks like a unitard.
Remind me, was it Starscream that transformed into the gun? Or was it Megatron that turned into the gun?
Megatron. For the first OG season of Transformers, Megatron was a gun. He became a cannon in the movie as Galvatron, and then he became a tank at some point. But him being a gun, I have no idea how that passed, like, design, because it's such a stupid fucking idea. Like, I just don't understand why. It makes no sense. Like, why have him turn into a useless item that he can't use on his own? I don't understand why they didn't make him a tank from the very get-go. Her name is Aeon. G1 Megatron was so weird. His voice was so wild. Wasn't he a tank in Armada? Yeah, but Armada was like 20 years after the first like series was launched. He was a very cool tank in Armada as well, actually. Very cool tank. Which the awesome PS2 game was based on. PS2 game for Transformers, I think it was literally just called Transformers, was really good. Because it was sort of Metroidvania. Because when you unlocked minicons from later levels, you could go back to early levels and find new shit. They reclide different toy ideas, one brand Megatron and Soundwave with mini robots to fit in a pocket. They should call Transformers. It was a good game. Why Tidal Wave was the size of a fucking kaiju, I don't know. Tidal Wave is a frigging Echo carrot. Yes, I know that, but in Armada, he was the same size because like fucking Megatron used him as equipment. You could transform and combine Tidal Wave as 2 armaments to stick on Megatron's forearms. It was only the show that didn't make Starscream look like a dick and actually cared for his team. Armada was very good. It was one of my biggest introductions to Transformers because I had seen the OG, but I didn't like the animation. I didn't like how a lot of the robots sort of had unfeasible designs. Give me a second, guys. I need to close this door. Pterosaur and Michael Bay movie. I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about the Michael Bay movies. Like, I'll sit and watch them for a long time, and I've seen all of them so far in the cinema, and a little bit of me wants to go and see the new one in the cinema. But I think it's just because it's a movie you can sort of switch off to. I didn't understand a lot of the OG fans going to the films and nitpicking. Like, just turn your brain off, mate, and enjoy the robots. Just have fun. Are you gonna come with? I'm very grateful. Okay. There's no continuity anyway. Yeah, I liked the Dinobots in the thing. I like the designs of the Dinobots in the movie because they were big, cool robot dinosaurs. I mean, sure, in comparison to how Grimlock was, it doesn't make any sense. But to be honest, for me, Beast Wars is my favourite. That's fair. Beast Wars was really cool. I liked the Spider Lady, I can't remember her name, Arachne, I think, and Rat Trap. Predacons. Ooh, the Predacons were good in Beast. Wait, was that Beast Wars? Like Arachnia. Nice. We'll make the movie. I doubt he will. It'd be funny if he did though. It's like a cameo or something, like a little off-brand character. I did really like Transformers Prime. Prime was a very good series. I really, really liked it. Beast Wars, seeing Optimus Prime looked badass. I don't understand why Optimus Prime and Optimus Primal are two different guys. I thought that was him from a different series or something. I didn't really pay attention. Is Optimus Primal and Prime the different Optimuses? Oh, okay. Are we talking like a multiverse thing? This is the wrong room. Megatrons are different Megatrons. Okay. Optimus Prime is a titled subseries, isn't it? Oh, I see, okay. I keep forgetting that, because he was... Oh, what was his name? Aurelius? Auron? Orion Pax. His name was Orion Pax, I remember now. Beast Wars is cast from the future in contrast to the G1 series. Oh, okay. I remember the Raptor, who was always trying to be a good guy, but always ended up falling in with the bad guys again. I can't remember like what that plot line was. Dinobot. Was his name just Dinobot? What do you mean? For some reason, I thought he was like always either betraying people or being betrayed. I forget which. He was a Predacon, but he's honorable. That's what I'm thinking. He's a Predacon. He wasn't like the other ones, the Autobots. He was a challenge Medicon for being lost. He had a warrior spirit. Nice. He fell over the Maximals. Maximals, and they weren't called Decepticons, were they? Were they? Yeah, they were Predacons, weren't they? Oh man, it's been a long time since I watched that series. Ultra Prime had the Matrix leadership as Primal didn't. Okay. You only hope accept refuse. Can I actually refuse here? Dinobot and Cheetor basically bickered all the time. I think I remember that. And then Rat Trap was just there as comedic relief. He felt like he was like the Krillin of the series. It has a reward if you get rid of those mobile suits. Ooh, okay. Rat Trap bickered with Cheetor a lot too. Man, it's been so long since I watched Beast Wars. Didn't Black Arachne turn into a fucking helicopter? This isn't Charity, he isn't being too cocky, that's fair. Yes, I remember her helicopter version. Overwatch last year, nice. My current rewatch is Applemon. So I'm watching like 2 to 3 episodes of that a week. Normally when I'm just doing like pixel work or something. Tigertron was badass. Tigertron was fucking cool. Megatron, my queen. So where are these dudes? There's no synopsis. That's what I'm struggling with. There's no like, oh yeah, let's go do this. It still sounds like Ghost. I don't understand. In the east of the village, please go and check out the second map. Okay, cool. East. Oh, Fort Verde was the big grey place I saw earlier. Okay, cool. Oh, it's down the map. That's handy. My grenade technique damaged opponents regardless of their armor. Using expensive TP points versus a handy attack, try it out. I'll gladly try that out. Takes 3. Wait, how does it take? Oh, TP, okay. Possibility to being an idiot and Tarantulas being dim. 45 damage? Are you fucking kidding? He went from being my weakest to having a one-hit kill. Holy shit, 45 damage? And it only costs 3 TP? That's actually ridiculous. .45 damage is wild. I don't like how we're in at level 4 and a 3-team battle only gets better. Amazing. It only gives us like 5 XP. We need 90 to level up. This is not Fort Verde. I've come back to the wrong area. Fort Verde was a little way further, I think. Learning this game is tough. Oh well, okay. I don't mind that. I've played World 1, 2 and 3. I know how grinding works. $53 damage, are you actually kidding? Ding, 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 ding. At least I can kill those in one axe now. I don't remember the grenades being absolutely trash in Fed vs. the other. Normally they are. None of the grenades are used as like, just like crap, that like a distraction almost. I mean, if you're a Gundam and you're throwing a Gundam-sized Gundam grenade at a tank, it would be the size of like their fucking entire cockpit. So yes, it should blow them the fuck up. To be honest. Okay. Low damage really low. Yeah. Even in the Gundam Battle Assault games, the Zaku's grenades were really fucking weak. Like, they would use to stun, I think. Oh yeah, going, yo, not Craft 334, welcome in, buddy. We're doing some Gundam today. I like Gundam. It's my second. Well, there's basically 3 big franchises that make up my life in terms of time spent playing video games and like things in general. And it's Digimon, Gundam, and Monster Hunter. They're the 3 franchises that have given me so much like fun and adventure over the course of my gaming life. And each one of them have something else, because like Digimon has the V-Pets and the anime, Gundam has the anime and the model kits, and Monster Hunter has the camaraderie. I cannot tell you, like there are pictures I'll have to dig up of me and like 5 to 6 friends basically arriving at a pub or a cafe and taking over a corner for literally like 7 hours as we all had our PSPs with us playing Monster Hunter together. It was always funny because we'd have to we'd scope out cafes and pubs and we'd see where their power ports were, like where their plug sockets were, and we'd organize it. Like there was one we had, this Weatherspoons, this is like fucking like 10 years ago this Weatherspoons had a power port like right next to one of the booths, and so we'd send like 6 people in, we'd order food and drinks, and then we put our bag next to the power port and we plug in like a PSP charger, and we basically just like almost like a fuck, you know, when you sat with your friends and you start passing like things around, it's like one of those, but instead of being like a doof, it was like a PSP charger, and we just basically collectively share it. It was quite funny. That was like my version of those sorts of parties where everyone just smoked weed. And it was really funny because there were some PSPs, like the first, the 1000 that passed the charger, yeah. The PSP version 1001, that's dope. The PSP version 1001, you couldn't charge the console while it was connected to like the LAN version. So one of them would have to take a break. If you had an old PSP, you'd have to basically stop playing for like half an hour so you could get some charge, because you couldn't do both at the same time. There is fights everywhere, let's fucking go. You know what's nice about the PSP? Literally everything. The PSP is one of the best consoles I've ever seen. Holy shit, we have Zaku tanks and Zaku 2s as basic enemies. Star Wars Force Unleashed wasn't another one. But to be honest, I don't remember a bad game on PSP. I remember Rengoku, Final Fantasy Crisis Core, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. The Metal Gear Solid's novel was great because it had one scene which was just basically a double page spread of Sniper Wolf's ass as she was like positioning, and I'm like, this is a whole ass page spread. I'm like, thank you, base Konami. Ace Combat games on PSP were great, but lucky that analog stick was killing me. Yeah. Let me introduce you to the Monster Hunter Claw of the PSP era. I mean, I'm gonna have to throw grenades at like fucking everyone. Okay, something like 30 health. Boost? I can't use shoot all yet, okay. Control 3 was pretty nice, yeah. I did quite like, it was quite emotional and fitting that when I eventually moved over to the 3DS, and when I missed my PSP, I found out that the little rubber nublet thing on the new 3DS could be replaced, and oddly enough, the perfect replacement was my PSP thumbstick. And it literally pulled off the PSP like butter, and just clicked in to the 3DS like cracking your knuckle. It was just so nice, and then it made 3U and 4U just absolutely fucking perfect. Someone needs to heal, because you have like no life. Sort yourself out, mate. And even now, I downloaded a PSP emulator, and I went back to play Monster Hunter, and I linked the D-pad to the thumbstick, as in the left D-pad to the right thumbstick, so I have actual camera controls, and it feels so weird playing a game that you couldn't see things in, and actually see things. The original 3DS only had the Siege and the Singe thumbstick, just adjust the camera with the triggers. Nice. You just described it with Monster Hunter for me with like trading cards. You see, I played Yu-Gi-Oh! That was my main one. I played for a long time, literally from beginning to Pendulum is when I quit. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! I played the Digimon trading card, I played Duel Masters. I still have a distinct love of the Bolshak Dragon and the Rothus the Traveller cards. But yeah, I played Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot. To the point where, as a teenager, I had my school open. Like, I had a teacher come in, my science teacher. She came in and opened the school during our holidays, so I could host my own Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament there. I played Yu-Gi-Oh!, Naruto, Versus System, Final Fantasy, and even Zatchbell. Played Yu-Gi-Oh! For about a decade. Nice. I saw the Naruto game, but I didn't understand it, so I just didn't get into it. In terms of Yu-Gi-Oh!, I'm trying to think of like how my decks evolved over the years. Like, I think I started... Yo, Blap, hello, mate. Welcome in. Good to see you. Naruto's more akin to how Magic played. Oh, I guess he used like chakra cards to use ninjutsu and stuff. Like Magic used earth cards or terras or land cards, I think they were called. Exactly, thought so. What's this was for? This is for PS2. This is a like a turn-based Gundam RPG. It's quite fun. Armor up, nice. For good old PlayStation 2. Some Magic as well, I see. I think a lot of TCG companies just try to make their own versions of Magic. Oh, I missed an item. Hacking tool, okay. I personally think Final Fantasy was made better Magic. Nice. You see, I really liked Duel Masters, to be honest. The way you could use any card as a land card or like an energy card was nice, and it made the fights really fluid. How's your weekend started? My weekend hasn't started just yet. It's only like, it's 10:30 PM on Friday night. But tomorrow we've got car shopping. And then Sunday will be like the chore day, but no, it's pretty good. It's pretty good so far. We're looking good. How is your weekend starting, Blap? Did you only play the video game on PS2? Okay, cool. It kind of died out though. Like in terms of having the cards printed, distributed, because the game itself just like disappeared. But no, for Yu-Gi-Oh, my main decks, like Six Samurai, Gladiator Beast, Gem Knight, Skill Drain. It wasn't, as I say, until Pendulum hit, and I didn't like what Pendulum was, and I quit shortly after. Six Samurai my favourite. I fucking love Six Samurai, man. Good old popping out Cheyenne. What were the other ones called? Iral. Sanji, or Zanji, I think his name was. Kamon, Kizuha. Just started getting some editing done, then picking up the wire from the airport later on for gaming. Nice. Six Samurai was good. Six Samurai was so fucking good. I remember how broken it was when they got released it. My prime time playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Was probably Chaos all the way back in the fucking Dark Arm Dragon. I remember him. I remember the meta shift when he launched. I like Six Sam, but nowadays I prefer Red Dragon Archery. Nice. Six Sam was good. I played quite a few actually. I'm not an avid Yu-Gi-Oh player, but I made a few decks. I think Gladiator Beast was my favourite deck in terms of mechanics, because all the Gladiator Beasts felt like frat boys. Because like they'd punch someone and then tag their buddy in, and the buddy would come in and punch them again, and then have an ability. And there was this wonderful sort of alchemy chemistry type feel. Oh no, my robot died. Oh shit, do I have an item to revive him? I do. Heraclinos was good. He didn't see a lot of meta play though, because of his overall ability. Took a long time to notice. I know, I was talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! This area feels quite strong. I think I'm doing myself in by doing lots of attacks and being countered. War deck, Pyrosaur deck, nothing too meta, nice. I kept up with it because I played regionals a lot. Nice. I remember when I started, I think the meta was literally just a Warriors deck, like Marauding Captain, Exiled Force, Don Zalug, that sort of shit. Reinforcing the army back when those cards were brand new. And I remember how much upset the zombie structure deck caused when it released, and it was like, holy shit, this structure deck is actually good out of the box. Then became Chaos Control, yeah. Just play with my buddies, had a good time. Then with my girlfriend, wife, now really like Yu-Gi-Oh! Made some decks, nice. I did, yeah, it's good fun to make little non-meta decks. Some of my favourite non-meta decks were like my Gradius deck, my Skyfire deck, I did the zombie structure deck and the warrior structure deck was so good at the time. They were amazing. Like actually making like with Vampire Lords and shit, just making a deck just good out of the box. Who else was there? Because like whenever I duel my friends, I'd say, do you want a proper deck or do you want a friend deck? And they just decide. So they started the trend, yeah. Item. Escape from a dungeon type area, I see. Like that. Oh, okay, I've got some items to use. Oh, I have a Heat Hawk. Is that new? Ooh, I must have picked that up at some point. So Now they both have a good physical weapon. How do I heal TP? I was lucky and my best friends all loved Yu-Gi-Oh! Too. They were competitive, so we never had to worry about those things. My friends, I had like 2 direct friends who played Yu-Gi-Oh! And we were very competitive with each other. To the point where I think there were a few occasions where we wouldn't speak to each other for like days because we had a bad fallout over a game. But yeah, I was the first person I knew in my locals to run a skill drain deck. So I used to have like people in my locals ask to duel me specifically for my skill drain deck because they wanted to see how their decks would fare against it. Never took it that far, Tony. Yeah, we were quite competitive. Got a playtest, absolutely got a playtest. To take on the chin, yeah. I think we just cared too much. We had too much pride in our decks. Oh, that's one down, but then that, like, we're both really hurting. Holy shit! Repair kit and repair kit. I'm trying to think of other good decks that launch. Oh, one of my friends had a really good fucking Dark World deck, and Dark World was so broken with like silver, gold, and rainbow. It was so fucking horrid to fight against. I made a troop dupe scoop deck with 3 card trooper and machine duplication. Probably got popular with rollers mostly. Nice. Yeah, Dark World was rough. It just felt like it was playing a different game entirely. Like, Dark World felt so strong that, like, I think I just generally just scooped straight away. As soon as I knew they were playing Dark World, I knew this was a waste of time. Because the archetype was just so generally strong. Macrocosmos there with DD Dynamite, that's cruel and unusual. I don't know how I get TP back. Would mill you out of play and then hit you for game. Man, I actually really enjoyed my spell counter deck with like Sorcerer Dark Chaos, Silent Magician level 4 and 8, Chaos Sorcerer I think, Breaker the Magical Warrior. It's a shame because even though all these old great cards were so fun, you try and play like Master Duel and use anything like these decks and you'll be annihilated in minutes. So I counter deck the way he wasn't competitive. Nice. I'm tempted to learn one of the new like quicker meta decks, like maybe Dragon Maids or something. I don't know how much time I'd want to put into it. Same way I made a Horus deck way back when I felt like competitive. I remember the level cards, like Armed Dragon, Horus, Silent Magician, There was a nice little fun archetype. I was trying to get back to Master Duel because it's the sheer amount of learning that keeps me back. Yeah. Ooh. Fight. And heal yourself. Master Duel is fun. I'm really actually quite surprised Konami made that game or released it because, like, you'd think it'd be a massive money sink for them. But I guess Yu-Gi-Oh's still so established that people still want to buy the cards. People still love this virtual cards, man. Thinking of it, I remember when there's like so many individual cards. I remember when they were launched and how much like upset they caused in the card game. I remember when Tour Guide was released. I remember the locals as like you were the first guy who had certain cards at locals. It was just wild to see the trades. That the game doesn't have real forbidden lists makes it competitive to have a real. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I see what you mean. Why is the ground shaking? Do we have a mobile armor here? Is it like Big Zam or something? Can't be Big Zam that's out in the game, surely. It's a goof. I fucking love the goof, man.
We've never seen one like this before.
This one's blue. I really hope I get his Heat Saber. That I will admit, there is a different aesthetic entirely to playing card games in person. There's a different aesthetic to shuffling your own deck, to picking up the cards and playing, and the interaction. Like, you cannot get that online. The greatest accomplishment ever was my Yu-Gi-Oh collection. Back when I had cards, was having every single Monarch, Ultimate Rare, first X3, Super Rare Magician of Faith and Gravekeeper Spy, and 9 Ulti Cyber Dragons, my shining moment. Nice. I collected the Red Eyes cards. So the Red Eyes Black Dragon, I had all 32 different prints from around the world. So I had like the German one, the Spanish one. Any time they printed the cards, I bought it. My rarest copy was the Asian English one, which was from the very first wave of Legend of Blue Eyes, where the front card was printed in English, but the logo on the back was printed in Japanese. That was like my crowning achievement, having those cards. The hardest one to find though was a random Red Eyes Black Dragon that was released with a PC game. BPT, I think it was the code. I remember Duels to the Roses, I think. I honestly hated, I seriously hated when they started releasing cards with video games. Because it messed up everything. I can't remember how many times I bought a shitty Yu-Gi-Oh game for the
What did we do?
for the cards.
Stay cool. If you freak out, it's all over.
That's in the movies, yep. I never had to harpy weigh that because that just for the cards, yeah.
Not another one. No, we're in trouble.
Oh shit, there's two of them. I used to argue with a kid trying to figure out the Mew cards. Mysterious man with mysterious mask and mysterious robots. I'm on your side. Really? Captain of the Eisengrad army. He looks like a bad guy though. Bwaha, dangerous sounding man saying bwahaha. Oh wow. Watch out for that goof. It's heavily armored, designed for close combat. Try to use ranged weapons avoid being counterattacked. Okay. When BST appears in the upper corner of your screen, it means it's getting ready for a powerful boost attack. When that happens, safe to defend that round. Nice. Fight and machine gun. It'd be great if you had TP, but I still have no idea how to actually regenerate TP. What have you got? Beam Saber, Beam Rifle, and Boost of Boost, Quick, Sonic Boom, Mega Fire, Technique of Defense Hack, Operation Hack. Nice. Ooh, 40 damage on a basic, that's a bit rough. I want to see Mega Fire, so we're going to hold out for that. 213 damage for that sort of thing. You can just hit him physically, I don't care. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Item repair kit, please. Yeah, I think I went to the film. I watched the Yu-Gi-Oh movie twice in this BST attack. Oh shit! I can see it here. So defend. Oh, that was his BST attack. Okay, cool. Defend, and you can kill it to attack. Nice. I watched the movie twice in the cinema, and the second time, the guy was super cool. He's like, "Are you gonna come back and watch the film again?" He was like, I just said, "Yeah, I want the cards." So he gave me like 2 copies of the rest of the cards because he said that not many people were going to see it, and like they got sent loads from Upper Deck. I don't know how to upgrade my TP, man. Was it the movie with the Pyramid of Light cards? Yes. Where you had Pyramid of Light, which didn't do what it did on the movie, What Upon, Blue Eye Shining Dragon, and Sorcerer of Dark Magic. I used Blue Eye Shining Dragon in my Blue Eyes deck because I thought it was hilarious, and I used Sorcerer of Dark Magic in my Spell Counter deck because it was hilarious. What Upon I never used, but it was a meme, so I think everyone had it at some point. The Sphinx I was going to do, yes, Sphinx, was it Talia, Athelia, and they made Thinian the Great Sphinx. The blue was the one that set, it really was. Holy shit, okay. That was a bit extra. The Blue Eye Shining was really good. I can't remember exactly what it did, but it did have a mega effect. Holy shit. Love these explode, fall over and explode more. Thanks, Captain. I'm trying to think of other atrocities. So, I was watching a video recently about changes to Yu-Gi-Oh! I think there's a YouTuber called Menu Kudos who does really interesting videos on these sorts of things. And he did a video on the latest, or the dramas of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I didn't realise they changed the ruling for the handshake card. Like, before...
Thank you for following.
Lord Whiskers of Fluffyberg. Thank you for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. Lord Whiskers of Fluffyberg. Welcome in. Yeah, they sure did. So, for those who don't know, the handshake card was sort of a meme joke card that was released for the game, I think. Where basically you offer your opponent a handshake. If they accept, you both gain 1,000 life points, or 2,000 or 3,000. But because of everything that happened in the last few years, I don't know if it was exactly because of that, or if it was just linked with that, or just hygiene in general. You could offer a handshake, and people would say no, and it has another effect. So they changed the ruling to your opponent has to agree to the concept of a handshake, and then you both get your life points. Which is just hilarious to me. If these war kids are for 4? Wait, do I need to... I don't understand. Why would I join the army? Is this the next part? I assume this is the next part of the story. I was just kidding. Holy shit. How dare you? What is a handshake? Can you see the physical lines and divides the hands? Can we see the handshake? I don't know what you mean. Do you mean the card handshake, or? Oh, I think... Okay, yeah. The concept, yeah. He doesn't look like a good guy. Don't tell me you forgot. Philosophical questions, yes. Yu-Gi-Oh! Had some weird ones like that. Dee, 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 dee. I love those little sections because it sounds like the credits to a fucking Airwolf movie. Is that it? Are we all done? Is that all it was? Just those few fights? Metal guard. Nice, nice, nice. There's another one. Ah, nice revive. Can I leave here? No, I can't. So I was right, I have to go back. I have liberated this town. There's a shield you got, or was it? Let's have a look. Oh, so it is. Metal guards. Oh, it's a heat sword. Oh, is it stronger? It's got to be stronger. Surely it is. 58, yes. I'm having the heat sword. I fucking love the heat sword. And I can drop in a metal guard. Just take it down here. Equip on his left arm, I guess, because his right arm should hold the sword. And I still have a spare machine gun. That's kind of cool. So I've got him. Heat sword's good with Tristan. Cool. I love the heat sword anyway. It's such a cool blade. Even though it's not a blade or anything. I don't know if it's a laser sword or just a really hot sword. Does the red circles mean I've done that area? Oh, you're in trouble now. Oh, that's almost 60 damage. That's really good. And get missed. Dee dee dee. Right. Let's get to the inn. Lodge and repair, please. Ugh. Crims. Right, so we get progress? Yes, please. I wonder when I get Gundams in this, like when I actually get like proper white and yellow V-finned boys. And I wonder who will be the first one who comes in. I imagine it'll be RX-78. And it's weird how RX-78 is the Gundam, and it's the one of the few like OG Gundams who I've never tired of building. I went through a phase where I would buy the RX-78 model kit and give it to friends as like their first model kit and buy some like really cheap tools for them, like cheap clippers and knives and stuff, to see if they want to try it. And the whole thing would cost me less than a tenner, because the kit itself was like £8, I think, like 800 yen. And I just give it to random friends and see if they want to try this new hobby. I don't think I ever clicked with anyone, but they appreciate the gift, I guess. Excuse me. We click the fort. I want a reward, please. I don't want to like building things. At the moment, I have I actually do have a box of model kits. I tried, like, before, a few years ago, I basically gave up. I hit a real bad spell, and I thought that because I wasn't airbrushing my kits, I'd hit a wall, and I'd never get better. Because all the people I was following and all the people I was talking to all airbrushed, but because of my asthma, I couldn't really run the risk of having airbrushing equipment near me without having like a full setup, and it cost like a couple of £100 for me to get a full like air ventilated system running. And yeah, so I just stopped building kits. Which is a shame because I really enjoyed it. But no, I've got literally a box or two upstairs of unbuilt model kits, so I'll have to go through and see what I've got. I know I've got a really rare and expensive Omegamon X resin kit but I don't like resin kits, so I bought it thinking it was an actual model kit and got bamboozled. But it's actually just a homemade resin kit. It probably needs a lot of work to build, to be honest, and it's not something I can be bothered with. Only one, yes. Oh god. Let me hear. This is so high quality. I made this. I made this video. Dee dee dee. I made this video. Oh, the clips themselves aren't like low res. I dug up the HD footage from the new DVD rips. That's why I showed the first 3 seasons there, because they released all the seasons in relatively good HD on DVD in the UK. So I basically use that footage. Right. We've got the Blu-rays coming out soon, so that should be interesting. But however, that is me done for the day. I need to go to bed at some point. So I'm going to call it quits there. I'm going to find someone to raid. Let's see what I've got. Who have I got? Who's on today? Someone's playing Zoi's Legacy. However, they are Spanish. Great meeting you. I hope to catch you again. Where's MJ? I appreciate stopping. I appreciate the chats. I appreciate the follow. I normally do lots of Digimon things, so I stream 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, all starting at 8 PM UK time, going for about 3.5 hours, 4 hours sometimes. I try to stick it like easy. Yeah, I'm not relatively easygoing in terms of like games. Yeah, no, I appreciate stopping. I appreciate chilling out with us. It's been nice chatting. And everyone else who's joined today, have a good night, guys. Thank you for the discount. I appreciate that. All the fresh follow sites have been very nice. It's been a nice, busy week. So to round off with a nice, busy stream on a game I've never played before, that's actually really enjoyable. And I appreciate the support. Obviously, this is something that was well off tilt for me. Have a good night. Thank you, Bird and Chill. Well, this not being Digimon, I always get kind of worried whenever I play something that's not Digimon. But I appreciate the support, guys. I appreciate the chatting, and I feel that Gundam is something I can definitely bring into the fold, especially games like this. So, however, I will now look for raids. That is the wrong screen. That is my Discord. Don't need that. Go away. Let's have a look. Who's on my list first? What are my people doing? Right down here, let's go. God, there's loads of people on tonight, holy moly. There's actually loads of people on tonight, holy crap. Someone's literally playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. What even is that? Digimon Cyber Sleuth, Diablo, Digimon DS, Grid, Just Chatting, Stardew, Tricks. Trixie's playing Legend of Zelda. Vigimon's doing Legend of Zelda. What's the Legend of Zelda tonight? Oh, Nora's doing Legend of Zelda. Have I missed a Legend of Zelda thing? Tears of the Zelda? I don't know what that is. There's definitely something Zelda happening tonight because like loads of my friends are playing Zelda. So I'm not looking for a raid. I always do this. I spend too long, so I've got too many people I like playing things. Tears of the Kingdom released. Oh, okay. You can tell I don't follow Zelda that well. But it looks like people are enjoying it. So that's good. That's good. Right, let's find someone doing something interesting. He says trying to find something interesting. This music's so nice. I have so many people on tonight. Misty, Oceanics. My buddy Zilla is actually doing some art tonight. What's he doing? What on earth is this? He's doing some bees. I'm gonna raid my buddy Zilla. It's very rare I get a chance to raid into Zill. He's doing some art. He's a cool guy. Like an IRL friend. Like literally, I met my buddy Zilla here in a church basement well over 20 years ago, and we watched fan dub anime. That's the true story. It was weird. It was good though. Made a lot of friends then. It was my first anime club, and it was kind of wild. So, I'm gonna raid into my buddy Zilla. He's doing some art. His art's always kind of interesting. I've watched it grow, like very, very little doodles to what he's doing now, so it's nice to see. Again, I appreciate the support tonight, guys. I appreciate everyone popping in. We're gonna pop over with my buddy Zilla. He's gonna do some art and maybe do me a doodle or two, and then we'll go to bed. So have a great one, guys. Get rest, drink water, be cool to each other. Yeah, enjoy things, learn things, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Oh my god, did you? Raiders! Oh my god. Hi, Raiders! Boop. Let's go. I know what you were doing. I seen what you were doing. Welcome in, Raiders. Let me go back to game speed. Welcome in, Raiders. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. For those of you who don't know me, fuck you all. You take that back. Don't make me come out there. Right, alright, hang on. Oh, you just wait. You just wait. Oh, how dare you. How dare you, Digi. How dare you raid me. Oh, welcome in, guys. Hello, Digi. I know what you were doing. You were playing Gundams with your little chibi boy. How did it go? Stomp, 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 stomp. Gundams. Gangums. You know the ones. It looked it.